My mom was actually in an abusive relationship with my father. So I literally saw my mom getting beaten up when I was young. So the other reason, of course, was to be able to earn enough money to bring her out of the home. I took a personal protection order against my own father because he smashed my head against a gate and I had like 8 stitches, police came, stuff like that. I applied for the PPO myself. I didn't have any representation because I had no money. So I scaled on the podium and took my case. Coming from a broken family with no chance of being a scholar, with no rich background, crypto industry was a huge leap of faith that has been very rewarding both on a personal and professional level.
Hey Lawrence, thank you so much for agreeing to do this. Tell me about your childhood. Where did you grow up and how were you like as a kid growing up?
As a kid, I was an introvert. I was always in dreaming world. I rather like daydream, read books when I was young. Reason being, partially I came from a broken family. So my mom single-handedly raised 3 of us. So the youngest of 2 elder sisters. The other reason is, well, my big sis, maybe she was scared I'd become a hooligan or something. Because we came from a broken family, 3-room flat, not so good secondary school and stuff. So she brought me to library when I was like only 6 years old. So I started reading when I was very young. Started wearing very thick glasses in secondary school, so definitely wasn't a popular kid.
What kind of books were you into back then?
Well, I read everything. So I read Chinese, so the Jin Yong and the Wei Shi Li, which unfortunately, so there was they call them the 4 legendary writers of the Hong Kong cultural treasure. 3 of them passed away, but I read their books. I read English, started off with comics. Spider-Man, S3, I started reading like fantasy, sci-fi, stuff like that. Yeah.
When you were 7 or 8, what did you want it to be when you grow up?
When I was 7 or 8, I was the same as any other child. I would be a scientist or astronaut or a doctor.
How about your siblings? What are they doing now?
So my big sis is an editor at a television company. My second sis is a school teacher.
Did your mom have aspiration for you when you grow up?
She just hoped that I didn't fall into bad company and become a gangster. So it's unfortunate that, so I've been working since I'm 16. But unfortunately, my mom had stage 4 cancer 7 years ago. And just when my career was progressing, she passed away. So that's quite disappointing. So yeah, she didn't see what I become.
Tell me about the less obvious reasons as to why you ended up where you are today and you have achieved what you have achieved.
Well, we came from a poor, broken family, so money was always something on the top of the mind. Second is, of course, so my mom was actually in an abusive relationship with my father. So I literally saw my mom getting beaten up when I was young. So the other reason, of course, was to be able to earn enough money to bring her out of the home, stuff like that. So your usual broken family stuff going on. Like I say, my background is quite interesting.
So interesting. It's so interesting because you're so optimistic. I mean, the moment I met you. So can you explain me your optimism behind the optimism that you exude right now?
I have went through almost anything that, well, not almost, but I went through quite a lot. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. I had my down moments. Definitely, I have my lonely nights and your moody emo. But I guess this phase called fire in the belly. So I know I always had that fire in the belly. So no matter what happened, I could always just wake up and keep moving forward. So I think that was something that it was passed down from my mom. Because she had the same spirit. Because she had to raise 3 of us, she was working night shift in a factory. So she literally get beaten up by my father, give him money, had black eye, and still go to work. So I think that's rubbed off on me.
Do you have any regret in life?
Well, one of the regret would be I was too busy, or we were too busy in our own life to really 100% care about my mom. Well, the hindsight is always cranky, but I wish we brought her to medical checkup like every year. So that if it was detected earlier, she would still have been with us.
Tell me about your best phase, the best phase of your life.
Best phase will be now currently. From coming from a broken family with no chance of being a scholar, with no rich background, crypto industry was a huge leap of faith that has been very rewarding, both on a personal and professional level.
Could you expound more on that? Like, why is it rewarding? What is the main driver for your passion behind crypto?
So cliche as it sounds, the funny thing is I didn't join the crypto industry because of the money, even though it is obviously one of the reasons, definitely. But I joined because the concept is that you get a all-wing environment instead of an environment where you are being controlled by a central government. Case in point, the whole reason why Bitcoin white paper came out was because of the financial crisis, and the whole reason why he proposed is because he realized that if you depend too heavily on central governments, they build out the big banks, but what happened to the normal folks? They are compromised heavily, and get a lot of having a decentralized system where all the people inside have the same opportunity to get rewarded. That was why I was like, all right, this is really something I need to do.
What were the first lessons that you learned as an adult?
Oh wow, so I think this was when I was 18 or 22. My first lesson was I took a personal protection order against my own father because he smashed my head against a gate, and then I had like 8 stitches, police came, stuff like that. So I literally went to court against my own father. I applied for the PPO myself. I didn't have any representation because I had no money. So I scaled on the podium and stood my case. So the lesson there, so obviously I offered to my 2 sisters if they wanted to do it as well. They want to. I still went ahead. So that was where I realized that I had that drive. If I wanted something done, I would do it. And I mean, you can see it in both ways. One way, if you're looking at the Chinese culture, I'm being unfair because I'm suing my own father. But the other way is I just want to make sure that I get fair treatment. I don't get any risk of being abused anymore. And I decided to go towards that, no matter what the culture might say, no matter what my family say, because obviously my mom and sisters wasn't didn't approve about it. So I just went ahead and do it. Good thing about the court system in Singapore, the judge was fair. I had a assistant who helped me throughout, and he was very friendly to me. So the lesson learned is that sometimes you just need to do what you feel is right. And second is I'm glad I'm in Singapore because I think it would have been very painful and troublesome and tedious in other countries.
If we were to look at your vision board or your bucket list, what are the things that are on it?
Well, I've actually done. Well, I've always been doing whatever I want to do. So I've actually don't have any regrets. Well, if you say the superficial bucket list will be, I haven't taken a Latino. I haven't managed to travel the world, casually. But saying about the real wish, is I'm still bullish about this industry. I still believe that even with the current negative outlook, with the liabilities and the losses made by the normal folks, I still believe it is a industry that can be rewarding and help normal people to get to the next level. So I still hope to be able to push that forward to make sure that it becomes a fair and all-win ecosystem.
Among the people you've worked with, who do you admire the most and why?
Well, cliche to say this, but I really respect my current CEO, Ming Liang, co-founder of Razer. He is really very good at his vision, and I have no idea how he does it, but he can manage multiple things and go into details, and still be able to make decisions in a snap of his finger. So I actually learned a lot from him in a very short time. The way to sell, the way to manage, the way to make decisions. Yeah.
What is the legacy you want to leave behind?
It was always a promise to myself that I hope that if I pass away, I can leave not the world, but at least the place better than I found it.
Lawrence, thank you so much
No
for
problem.
being open and for sharing everything with us.
No problem.